Facebook. So I decided to make this video because I saw a post on my timeline and this guy was asking or inquiring who knew how to deal with extreme anxiety. And I saw a post on there who seemed like the best solution to me, but believe me, that's not gonna work. So I figure I give my advice since I've dealt with it and I've helped people with it for many years. So I'm gonna jump right into it. Anxiety essentially is fear. And this fear causes shallow breathing. And that shallow breathing causes a lot of oxygen to the brain. That lack of oxygen to the brain is what triggers the different symptoms that you get when you have an anxiety attack. So, you see the chain reaction, and it's a focused chain reaction. Just once you hit the first level, it's going to go to the next, and then the next, and the next. It's not going to stop until you stop it. Anxiety attacks never really just rub the fuck off. But before that chain gets to what I would call the sweet spot, the point of no return, you know? And that's pretty much where your body starts locking the fuck up. Your throat it feels like someone's choking you. Your heart is racing at 1,000,000 beats per second and shit. Before it gets there, you have to crash this motherfucker so far off its course and for an amount of time that allows your mind to forget about it. So essentially, you have to distract yourself. Now, the best way I found of doing this is mathematics. Because mathematics forces you to, in your head, it forces you to visualize, to rationalize, to analyze, to reanalyze. You even check yourself half the time, you know what I'm saying? So, mathematics is the most effective way I found. I found different ways. I found bouncing the ball. That helps, but sometimes it gets a little too far where your anxiety is too extreme, and that won't work at all. That would just probably make it worse because you're sitting there looking for this damn ball. Or, instead, just doing two things at once. I found reading could help. But, like I said, these are things, even those things I found has its ups and its downs. One thing I found is a foolproof plan for me is mathematics. And what I would do is I start off from 1 to 10. And so 9 times 5. And I start off with addition. And that would be 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 9 is 10, 8 plus 5 is 13. 6 plus 7, and that's 13. So, I start off with something simple, 1 through 10. And normally that probably gets the job done, but if that doesn't get the job done, then I switch to a more challenging form of mathematics, which would be multiplication. That's 9 times 5, 45. And if you're doing multiplication, what you want to do, the trick to that is, if you have to, you actually visualize the multiplication problem. It's a little bit harder for me to do it. I don't know why, but it's harder for me to do it with addition. But you visualize the multiplication problem exactly how you would if you were writing it. You don't. But like I said, starting off from 1 to 10, that gives you enough range to where you could go through many different problems. Probably 100, I think the chance will be, because you have 10 different numbers. So I hope this information has helped you. Like I said, if that doesn't work, you just come up with something that's more difficult, because what I'm supposed to explain right now is a concept, not a technique or a method. Concept. What you have to do to get through anxiety is distract the shit out of yourself to the point where you don't think about it anymore. That's shit. All else fail, Go get us some pussy, nigga.